Hi everyone, and I don't really have an intro, but this is basically my second Himitsu no Aipri episode review. This time it'll be a review of episode 40. This is basically my second episode review ever, so if you have any suggestions, then feel free to leave any constructive criticism. I greatly appreciate it, and just let me know how I can improve. Here's a list of the characters. This is basically season 1. So this is a list of the characters for season 1 of Himitsu no Aipri. The main characters are Himari and Mitsuki. Himari has pink hair, then Mitsuki has blonde hair, and the rest of them are basically just kind of color coded, so you can kind of go from there. And one thing to mention before I start is that the review is based on the live version of the episode, so the screenshots might be in bad quality. I know that I'm kind of getting this up later, so I don't know if I feel okay with actually using like the YouTube version. I think I'll probably stick with the bad screenshots I have. But either way, I'll do my best to work around the screenshots. If I find any good pictures of the episodes online or something, then I might use those. But we just have to see what happens. One thing to note is that my recap is also done with my context in mind. So I only know a little bit of Japanese, and I don't know if my knowledge of Japanese is enough knowledge to actually get like the full context of everything. But your knowledge will be different from mine because you'll watch most people will actually watch the subtitle versions. So this is episode number 40 of Himitsu no Aipri, and I say Aipri instead of Aipri, so just gonna mention that. And by the way, this is an idol anime. Aipri is basically a bunch of idols, and they go to an area called Aipriverse. It's like an area where the characters that have an Aipri bracelet can actually go into and basically do all their idol activities there. Without any more delay, let's start the episode review. So, the episode name is Dark Knight of the First Star. I actually tried to translate it myself, so it might be wrong, but that's all I'm getting is Dark Knight of the First Star. This is episode 40. So we actually start the episode with Chi's live, and she is basically near the top of the ranking and still rising. Everyone is watching her live and enjoying it. After the live, Chi talks to Samugi. Samugi seems to be trying to check on Chi and give her some encouragement. In the next scene, we see the Aipri club members finding a room and basically making it into their new meeting room instead of repurposing the classroom. The Aipri club members had to clean up the room first, but after cleaning up, they started talking about Aipri Chi. Basically, some of the class that the main characters are in, they don't know that some of their classmates are idols. After cleaning out the room, the Aipri club members started talking about the idol version of Chi. They don't know that it's actually Chi. I think Chi tried to mention that she is an idol, but everyone quickly switched to showing admiration for Himari and Mitsuki. Later that day, we see Chi checking her phone and seeing her rank is in the top 3. Samugi being ranked 1 and Cortai Star being ranked 2. There was a comment that shows up, and it roughly translates to saying that the commenter likes Samugi more than Chi, and that makes Chi sad. During this time, we see Cortex Star checking on the rankings, and seemingly talking about how Chi is rising the ranking. I don't know what else was said during this moment, but whatever else happens did not come back up later in the episode. Chi and Mitsuki walk into one of the rooms and find Sarashina, which is basically the teacher of the class. After he's done looking through books, Mitsuki mentions to Chi that there was a request for Samugi to do a live, and a live is basically a concert. And the request was sent by Chi, but for some reason Chi doesn't remember sending a request. While that is happening, Himari is in the Aipri verse talking to Samugi about the request that Chi sent, and gives a pep talk about becoming a star Aipri, so basically one of the best idols. And Himari also mentions wanting to give Samugi courage. That night, Chi is seen wondering how she made a request to Samugi, despite not making one at all. She is near a mirror, which is basically a door to the Aipri verse, and for some reason she saw a reflection of herself that moved on her own. Based on the episode summary, the reflection said things like, "Are you okay with the way things are now?" And "You want to become number one, didn't you?" Chi, for some reason, activates her Aipri bracelet to change the mirror to a door that goes into Aipri. Then the commercial break happens. As we come back from the break, Himari and Mitsuki find a book that has bicolor rose in it, which is the duo that was the principal and like the cafeteria lady. While this is going on, she doesn't understand why she went into the Aipri-verse, but uses opportunity to figure out why the request happened. She meets Tsumugi as Tsumugi is resting a little before her live. Tsumugi says that she gave her courage and seems thankful for the request. She goes with the flow and tries to play off like she intended on that the whole time, after seeing how happy Tsumugi seemed to be. After that, Tsumugi transforms into Princess Aipri and sings her song Kirameki no Uta, and Kirameki no Uta can mean something like Song of Sparkles. During the live, Chi's sadness and doubt starts to grow as she feels like she can't be number one. As she feels more sadness, red and black lightning comes out of nowhere as Chi sees a black and red void. Tsumugi's live is over, and who she thinks is Chi appears on the stage. She starts being appreciative of Chi again, despite not seeming to notice that something's off. Evil Chi shows herself as she captures Tsumugi in the pumpkin. Quartet star, Himari and Mitsuki were all shocked to see that happen, but everyone that isn't an Aipri, basically an idol, is thinking that it's some kind of an announcement of a new event. Chi gets logged out of the Aipri verse and says, "That's not me," and that's how the episode ends. Okay, so that was basically the episode, and now let's get on to my final thoughts. I don't understand why Tsumugi is so nice during this episode. She's usually more reserved and doesn't smile much, but for some reason she just started being more talkative and smiling a lot and being very kind. It feels like it happens out of nowhere to me. Tsumugi is Princess Aipri, but it's just weird to me that she doesn't see any kind of danger in evil Chi, despite knowing this whole season kind of going on the same stage after someone's live is over. I'm happy to see that the Aurora Snow Grand Prix outfit was used during this episode. It really fits Princess Aipri's design perfectly. Kirameki no Uta is also a song that I like the more I listen to it. So I'm happy that it's in this episode, even though I thought Chi's Thundercloud outfit was going to be in this episode. I guess maybe in the next one, but who really knows for sure. I'm a little thrown off by how the non-idol characters are excited when this could be a real threat. Something similar did happen in Purimaji though, so I guess ideas was probably taken from Purimaji. I'm not entirely sure, but it's weird to see. I love the princess thing that they have going on for this season though. Princess Aipri is very princess-like, and I kind of wish that this was shown a little bit more before now, because I don't think she was ever this nice before. But the pumpkin reminds me of Cinderella's pumpkin carriage in terms of the idea. The secret idol princess is basically Tsumugi herself, because she's Princess Aipri. Princess Aipri needing to be saved is accurate to most princess stories. And it really just seems like it was all just foreshadowed with the first post art for Aipri, so I think it all comes together perfectly. I do have a theory about the evil Chi though. I think she's the embodiment of Chi's self-doubt, sadness, and frustrations. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next episode though. This is the second time that someone has gotten logged out of the Aipri verse so far. I'm interested in knowing what's the reason behind both incidents. Tsumugi was seemingly the first one to log someone out of the Aipri verse, which is Mitsuki. She logged Mitsuki out. And now it seems like Evil Chi is doing the same thing to regular Chi, so I'm not really sure what's happening, but I'm interested in knowing the actual truth. Overall, this season seems to be wrapping up to something big. I'm definitely looking forward to the next episode. I do feel like a lot of people have been too hard on Aipri though. if you'd like me to cover my thoughts on Aipri in terms of like how people are kind of receiving it and kind of my counterpoints, if I have any, then feel free to let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching my review on Himitsu no Aipri episode 40. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't have an outro, but I want to say thank you for watching, and I guess that's about it. So, bye.